Hey, it's Grab and Go Advice. I just wanted to share this beautiful cake that we made last night. I actually made it for a birthday, and I wanted to tell you there's just such a big difference in making a homemade cake as to making a cake from a cake box. You know, like the instant cake mixes, you just add an egg and a little bit of oil or butter to it, a little bit of water. But there's a big difference between making a cake from scratch, like where you have to measure out the flour, you add your baking soda and your baking powder. Because when you make it from scratch, this cake is so heavy that I'm going to try to get my hand under here. As you can see, I'm having to like tiptoe my hand, and it almost wobbled off right there. But it is so heavy that I can barely lift this thing with one hand. So when you're making a cake, if you make it, if you make this thing the way that I did, it's going to serve more people, because what's going to happen with this cake is the density of it is going to be more filling, so you're going to actually cut less slices. Your slices are going to be a lot thinner than they would with a very fluffy cake mix. This is a very nice, dense, and like I said, very heavy cake. I mean, it feels like it weighs 20 pounds. I'm not certain. And another thing about this cake is it is from the Snoop Dogg cookbook. And it is delicious. I don't know where Snoop Dogg came up with this recipe for a chocolate cake, but it is truly the best. And how I know is that when I made this cake, I kept out just enough to make a couple of cupcakes with on the side. Right here's one of the cupcakes. So I made a couple of cupcakes on the side, uh, with making the cake mix, because we couldn't wait to try it. I mean, it looks so good when we were making this cake. So Snoop Dogg, if you are listening, this is an incredible cake. In the cookbook, it looks like he uses gold colored candles or coppery. I'm pretty sure they were just flat out gold candles. I couldn't find gold, so I had to get the silver, or we could call these platinum candles. But yeah, this cake is delicious. You can find the recipe for Snoop Dogg's cake, the chocolate cake, here in his cookbook. Let's see. His cookbook is incredible. I did another video actually on his cookbook if you want to check that one out. I may post a link at the bottom for the other video. I was reviewing 2 cookbooks. His was one of them. But this cake is the bomb. And actually, his cookbook, we have made a couple of things from it. We made the, excuse me, we made the Billionaire's Bacon, and it is delicious. And now we have this chocolate cake. I'm going to continue cooking from his cookbook. It is awesome. I highly recommend it. Okay, this is Grab and Go Advice. Recommending a great cake mix for you guys to try. Have a blessed day. Thanks for tuning in, and please subscribe.